couldn't get my leg, he would shoot for an ankle pick. And he's really smooth with that ankle. So if Devin can keep it standing, I think Devin will do well. Devin will touch him a lot.
But from experience, how hard is it to keep it standing against Jason Wilson?
He's very smooth. If you haven't been doing a lot of wrestling, a lot of takedown defense, Jason's going to get you down. That fight against Jason actually made me that as soon as I went back to the gym, all right, I need to work on takedown defense. I need to work everything on that.
How much credit do you give Jason Wilson for changing your game, for improving you as a fighter? That fight, I feel like, was a big moment for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, before that, man, I was piecing everybody up. And, I feel as if in my fight with Jason, no disrespect to him, I pieced him up quite a bit. But he took me out of my element. You know what I mean? He took me to the ground. He held me there.
And we see Devin Stanley, our interim champion, stepping into the cage as he steps around. Devin Stanley's a very confident man.
Oh, yeah.
He's a guy who was a lot like you when you faced Carroll. He's not faced any adversity so far in his career. He's passed every test with flying colors.
But the thing is I don't think Devin has fought anyone who is a good wrestler like Wilson. The one thing I will give Devin, he is really good at staying long. He does do well at staying long.
Well, I think we know what Devin's trying to do in this fight. I think he wants to keep it on the feet, and I think he wants to strike. But we know Devin has sharp jiu-jitsu as well. He's been training with you for quite a while, Butch.
Yeah, so, here's the thing about Devin. Just like all of us, we've got busy lives. He comes in the gym when he can come in the gym. Doesn't necessarily take classes, so I can't really comment on.
It's hard having Butch Howes call your fight when he's your coach, because he will call you out for not being in the gym.
Butch Howes, next time one of his fighters fights, he comes in the gym and he trains pretty good, but he never wears deodorant.
Yeah, well, I just, when you're there for as long as some of these people have been, and they could be purple, brown belts, black belts, and they're not.
I've rolled with Devin.
That's what it is.
Devin's sharp on the ground. Devin's sharper than I expected him to be, because I've known him as a striker for so long. But
here's the thing. Devin is working hard. You've seen his corners. Benji Clear, who was a great fighter, great trainer. Mike Diaz, great fighter, great trainer. Both very good people. He's been training a little bit with Griffin, with those guys there.
Jason Wilson having a moment here before he steps into the cage. Jason's a guy I have a ton of respect for. He got pissed off when he saw that Devin Stanley had won this interim title. He was on Facebook commenting. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. He's like, he's the champion. I'm the champion.
Gentlemen, here we have the main event of the evening. But don't forget, the action doesn't stop after this bout. This one's for a lightweight mixed martial arts championship belt. Three-minute rounds. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, he is Devin Stanley. His opponent out of the red corner, introducing Jason Wilson.
Here's what I will say. I haven't got to see Devin train a lot. I do know that he's training with some people. I wish that I got to see his takedown defense and his jiu-jitsu. I cannot comment on it, but we're going to find out. Well, he knows what he needs to do. Let's see if he can do it.
I very rarely will pick a fight. I very rarely will, but I've been having a feeling about Jason in this one just because he's such a grinder.
Well, he's definitely stalking him down.
After he fought you, he fought a guy named Rochelle Peebles.
Yes.
Who's a guy that I've had my eye on for a while. Rochelle is a violent knockout artist.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Jason handled him. I thought that Jason might get cracked in that one. And he's just so good at getting you down and controlling you. But so far, Devin Stanley is still on the feet. This first round will tell the tale.
It was a good takedown defense in the first 30 seconds, but we got a long round to go. And look, he's in deep.
Yeah,
if your defense is a guillotine, you're going to get taken down. And unfortunately,
run the pipe.
It looks like his defense is a guillotine.
And we've seen Devin does have a sick guillotine. He's tied on it too.
He's got to pull it up high, but he's lost it. But he cleared it. All he needs to do is get his hips out and push away, and he should be good.
Well, he
Devin's doing the right things.
Yeah.
Listen, just because he hasn't trained with me doesn't mean he hasn't trained with the right people. And Mike Diaz and Benji Clear are great trainers.
Well, that's
I just can't comment on his training.
something that surprised me about Devin when I grappled him is what a talented wrestler he is. You know, I never knew much about Devin as a grappler.
Look
And
at
there
that.
he goes, taking down Wilson. That's huge.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this 100%, and he deserves credit. Everything that you see Devin doing, even though my name's on the thing, is from Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones has taught him stand up, wrestling, taught him takedown, taught him the clinch. And look, he could grind this round out by being on top.
Here's my question. Has Wilson been on his back?
I don't think so. Anytime you see a guy like him, typically, that's such a comfortable wrestler, they're not training off their back.
Right, and Devin has a really nice Darce.
Well, Devin's letting him switch this around, unfortunately.
Here,
for the
Wilson's got a hold of that leg.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's getting hammered here.
It shouldn't matter because I think Devin's going to end up on the bottom here in a second. Yeah. And that was my point.
But look here. Beautiful defense here by Stanley.
Kind of. He needs to get a double.
Get that underhook.
That's what I'm saying. He needs a deeper underhook on his left side.
He's caught. He's going down.
Yeah, Wilson is relentless with
Wilson is deep on this, and he's going to dump him.
And
and he doesn't.
He doesn't. And there's 30 seconds, right? If Devin could ride out this round, he's won the round.
Oh, for sure.
However, that's the part of the grappling there. Look, he had a great takedown. He had a great side body. There should have been a little bit more control. If he can work on his ground game a little bit more, Devin's going to be really, really hard to deal with.
Devin is looking.
He's looking great.
A lot sharper than I imagined.
He's looking great. He's been training with the right people.
Which I knew Devin had a wrestling back, but
I'm going to tell you what. Hunter Jones has switched everybody at our gym. He's made us all better, including making himself better. Let's see the adjustments that are made.
I see a frustrated Jason Wilson now. I see a Jason Wilson that is not confident.
Yes.
I do too.
I said that first round will tell the tale, and the fact that Devin Stanley never once ended up on his back is very, very promising.
Well, how shocking was it for you two to see Devin Stanley get the takedown?
That caught me off guard.
I think
it caught everybody off guard.
I think it changed everything.
And honestly, when I started training with Nick Brown, up at All American MMA, the first thing he said to me was, "In your last fight, why didn't you take that guy down?" It's the first thing he said. And, that's exactly what Devin just did. So,
well, sometimes when you wrestle a wrestler, it throws them off.
Yeah.
And I think we could definitely be seeing that here. If Devin can keep this up, there's no way he's not going to win this fight because he's got the advantage on the feet. I don't see Jason hurting him on the feet.
Well, his corner man right there is Benji Clear, who was a wrestler who fought MMA. So he probably can tell him some very good stuff. Here's what the guy's looking for. This is what he's looking to do. Here's what I need you to do. So let's see how round 2 goes. Round 1 went to Devin.
Jason was so close to getting that double.
But Jason looks determined now. Look at that. Look at that.
He's almost
too
concerned with that takedown.
Look,
he needs to set it up.
But like Devin's getting too excited. This is the part that you need somebody to say, hey, listen, back up, calm down.
Relax.
Yeah. Just because you blocked it in the first 30 seconds don't mean you've got 2.5 minutes to go.
Exactly.
That's one thing about Jason Wilson. It's difficult to be one-dimensional in this sport, and he's always looked a little wooden on the feet. If he can't get you to the mat, he's going to struggle. Oh, man, those knees to the body were hard. And a head kick. See how uncomfortable Wilson looks here in this exchange?
Devin's piecing him up here a little bit. He's measuring him. He's measuring him.
This shot hurts him, and Devin's looking to close the show.
Back up, Devin. You need to back up a little bit, buddy. Back up. You're going to get taken down. And he's getting taken down. You need to back. This is where I'm saying.
And he ends up on bottom, though. What a wild scramble. Jason Wilson's hurt. He's hanging on for dear life right now.
I feel like Devin could probably get a rear naked now. He's in a crucifix position.
He's letting him drag him to the mat again.
Or he's in a takedown position. He's also got an arm bar right now.
And we saw Denzel Chapman end up in this crucifix against Wilson.
You can go for an arm bar right here. He's got a beautiful arm bar.
Swing the leg over.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to lose top position.
I don't think so either. However, or back up. Look, he just gave him both legs.
And he's punishing the body. This is over. This is over, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be over.
That is it. TKO victory, Devin Stanley. He steals the title from Jason Wilson. Beautiful. I doubted him myself. I didn't know how he would stack up against a wrestler of this caliber. He passed with flying colors.
Did well.
Still undefeated. Still looking unstoppable. Devin Stanley.
Telling you guys, those body shots to a grounded opponent work so well.
They do. Once he found an opening, he never stopped, right?
He did the right things. He fed him his hips. He pushed him off. He did exactly what he needed to do.
Can you believe that we have 6 fights left?
It's no 6 fights.
I mean, that was the main event. Well, we still got some fights to go.
You know, I just want to say I like that Keith puts that on. I like that Keith puts the main card first because you see all these people leave after all these fights.
Ladies and gentlemen,
When the main event should be everybody should be watching.
we have a referee
Yeah.
stoppage due to strikes at 142 in the second round. For your winner and new champion, Devin Stanley.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your new champion, Devin Stanley. My friend, you were the interim champion before. Now you're the champion. This is a tough matchup. Very tough opponent. I'll be the first one to say I didn't know how it was going to go. You've never faced a wrestler of that caliber. You shut him down. Talk me through it.
I was already the champion. All glory to God. I want to thank my team from Butch House, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. We got a great team there. I want to thank Benji Comaine. I want to thank my father, Tim Klein, Mike Dyes, Hunter Jones, Butch Howells, all these guys. And I want to thank the sponsors from back home. I want to thank them, all the sponsors from Gilbert, West Virginia. Thank you very much. And thank you to my team. I love you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to your new champion, Devin Stanley.